Hi and welcome back to Cut the Craggle. Today we're going to be taking a look at this, issue 4 of the LEGO Marvel The Avengers magazine. If you haven't already, be sure to check out my reviews of the first 3 issues. In the past, the publishers have sent me some of these mags for free to review, but if you've seen my recent video, you'll know there's been a bit of palaver about those. So this one I picked up at my local supermarket, all by myself, just like a grown-up. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. And if you really want to help support the channel, please consider checking out my new YouTube memberships by clicking the join button or following the link in the description below. Alright, let's peel back the cover and take a look inside. The issue opens with an action shot of 3 heroes fending off an attack from a barrage of supervillains, including Venom. But then, when we turn over to this month's Character in the Spotlight fact file, he's referred to as a not-so-bad guy. This bio starts sowing the seeds for Venom as an anti-hero, which does follow his development in the comics, but it seems a little jarring since Venom has already featured as a flat-out villain in the first issue and he hasn't appeared since. After that, there's an assortment of different puzzles and activities to keep you busy before the main comic story. Captain America's coffee break is suddenly interrupted when Jarvis tells him several different supervillains have been broken out of high security prisons. As it turns out, the devious Dr. Doom has been kidnapping supervillains to use in his plan to take over New York City. Using a sonic sound device, Doom extracts the symbiote from its host Eddie Brock and uses it to upgrade his Doombots into Doombiotes. The Avengers track Venom back to Dr. Doom's lair, just in time to be greeted by his new army of symbiote souped up synthetics. Earth's mightiest heroes make short work of the Doombiotes, or so they think. Very quickly the symbiote begins regrouping, joining together to make a giant Doombiote. Whilst Hulk holds off the giant Doombiote, Hawkeye and Black Widow sneak off inside the castle to find Eddie Brock and rescue him from Doom's dungeons. When the alien symbiote sees Brock, it immediately breaks off from the Doombot, once more becoming Venom. Teaming up with the Avengers, Venom delivers some payback on Dr. Doom, throwing him in the cage with the other supervillains he's captured. This was a fun little romp. There were a few moments that actually made me laugh out loud, especially the part where Brock and Venom lovingly run into each other's arms. I'm convinced though that the writers have some beef with Cap. In my previous reviews I've brought up how he's either been underused or reduced a little more than a joke. Whilst he finally gets to say his iconic line after the previous 3 issues handed it to someone else, it's not very dramatic and sees him flapping around in a bit of a panic. Even the other Avengers don't seem to take him seriously. The switch of turning Venom from villain to anti-hero was a bit sudden. In the comics, Venom was originally one of Spider-Man's arch nemesis, but soon he started being depicted as a more humorous, incompetent baddie, which is probably why they introduced his offspring Carnage as a more aggressive and sadistic symbiote. To be honest, I think the whiplash change in this series was probably made to line up better with the on-screen movie Venom, starring Tom Hardy, as the sequel is due out this year. Although he doesn't have any of those killer lines from the film.
Like a turd in the wind.
Ain't he a stinker? The artwork continues to be top notch. This mag is probably the most consistently good looking in the LEGO series, and I love it. The free minifig this issue is of course Venom. No prizes for guessing that. This is a pretty decent minifigure. It's also one that is very common now, appearing in several different Marvel and Spidey themed LEGO sets. This one does come with a neck attachment that you can clip some tendrils on, and he also has a couple more to hold in his hands. But whilst the back piece has space for these two as well, there's no way to attach them because you only get 2 of the clip pieces. Bit of a letdown, but I guess it's not the end of the world.
What I miss?
The next issue will come with a free minifigure of the legendary God of Thunder, Thor, and it looks like our heroes will be going up against the Mad Titan Thanos. Although, oddly, there's no release date given, it just says, next time. Let me know what you think of issue 4 of the LEGO Marvel The Avengers in the comments below, and while you're there, be a legend and hit that subscribe button along with notifications. And if you've done all that, well, you might as well give the video a cheeky thumbs up too. Go on, you know it makes sense. I'll see you next time. Laters.